Welcome to the NBA on Grant. When you talk about these two teams tonight, I think it's fair to expect a barrage of three-point shooting.
Oh, for sure, B.A. That's the usual game plan from both sides. It's going to be raining threes here tonight. And if they're falling, it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Royce O'Neal is out there with Nick Richards. And it's done in at the three. To the middle. Here's Booker. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. That's on Brook Lopez.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Phoenix shooting their first free throws of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. Two shots.
And he can't get the first one. And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history, Grant.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
And he sinks the second. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Now here's Lopez, making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. Antetokounmpo outside, 6 on the shot clock. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. And Booker has got the ball here for Phoenix. Pass to Beal. Back to Booker. Beal outside. Over on Antetokounmpo. Beal, no good. Antetokounmpo outside. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Rollins into the lane, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Milwaukee shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. First one falls for him. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
And he makes both free throws. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Now Beal. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. And he drops it in from the low post.
Well, Bradley Beal has become such a good playmaker, finishing through contact. That is beautiful.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. We discussed Bradley Beal. The focus for them on the defensive end, coach telling me that Brad's a guy who averaged 30 points a game in this league, the sign of a special scorer, so they need to figure out a way to make Beal uncomfortable, saying maybe they'll put some length on him. Let's see if that works on Beal. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Booker. Last game, he had 28 points. Lays it up and banks it in.
Boy, just tremendous focus from Devin Booker on the interior. It matters not if he's facing size. Look out.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Prince. Back to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5. Drills the elbow jumper. Antetokounmpo has got his second basket on the night.
And using that mid-range area of the floor, Giannis is so confident shooting from there.
Beal goes in. Rejected by Lopez. Prince against Beal. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Kuzma for 3. A rebound by Devin Booker. The Suns have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Back to Dunn. O'Neal with it. The 3 is up. And he can't get that one. Doris, we know how big fashion is in today's NBA. Perhaps no one showcases this more than Kyle Kuzma.
And you can tell, B.A., Kuz definitely has some fun with some of the outfit choices. He does not mind causing a stir on social media, and he does not mind pushing boundaries.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Porter Jr., he's checked in for the Bucks. And a change for the Suns. Jones is checked in. Here's Richards. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. O'Neal passes to Jones. Up and over Porter. Inside. Porter with the steal. Pass to Rollins. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Dunn outside. Beal left side. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the regular season is almost over, Doris. What are you honed in on tonight?
I think, Brian, whether we're talking about pre-All-Star break where things can get a little wonky or maybe the start of the season, to me, the best teams, regardless of the time of the year it is, they are focused on staying true to their habits and remaining competitively tough. Because I don't care if you're playing guys outside the rotation that are normal. Those guys have got to bring great effort. The standard should be met nightly regardless of the circumstance. Yeah, Bradley Beal's versatility at the offensive end is just so valuable. He can shoot it, he can drive it, make plays for others, and he's smart.
And the second free throw is good.
Well, Bradley Beal is the epitome of being a triple threat. He can drive it, pass it, shoot it. The complete package on the offensive end, that defines Bradley Beal.
Now here's Smith. Pass to Kuzma. Smith with a screen on Bowl. Kuzma for three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
You don't want to let them get into a rhythm from out there.
Kuzma outside. Driving to the basket, and it's Kuzma finishing it off.
You add the ability to put it on the deck and drive to the cup with his shooting ability, and Kyle Kuzma's problematic to guard.
Now here's Jones, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Kuzma for three. Kuzma can't get that one to fall.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Jones, the pass to Beal. Takes a 13-footer. Rebounded by Kuzma.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
From behind the arc. Sinks the tray. Kuzma's got 5 now.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for the Milwaukee Bucks, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
They've been in rhythm from the in-between area, just keeping things simple and taking what the D gives them.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Green out there with Taurean Prince. Then there's Kevin Porter. Then there's Gary Trent. And it's Nance in at the 5. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Trent outside. Pass to Green. Three-pointer. Nails it from 3.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Jones, the pass to Bowl. Back to Jones. Now Plumlee. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Trent. Here they come with numbers in transition. Porter finds Trent. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
Boy, it takes more than tight defense to bother Gary Trent Jr. It works out well for him with a trip to the foul line.
You know, for a swingman, Trent has good size and is a sturdy, strong presence to us.
Oh, B.A., he sure is. He can make an impact on the defensive end with the attributes you just talked about. Not only can he be a stopper, though, let's remember, this guy can get hot as a shooter. You better look out. He can get on a heater.
He's off on the first.
Gary Trent Jr., to me, guys, the very definition of a true shooter. He believes it's a natural talent, but he also works to develop himself into a reliable and efficient shooter.
And the Bucks making a change here. Livingston's checked in. He hits the second from the line. When you look back at the history of the league, Doris, no position has evolved more than the center.
You know, B.A., that's a tremendous point because you look at some of the best players in the league, they occupy the 5 spot. They're asked to do so much. Defensively, protect the rim. Be able to switch out and guard smaller players on the perimeter. Now you're being asked to be able to make shots from 3. I mean, big man's got a lot of responsibility in today's game.
Now here's Porter. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers, experienced with star-laden rosters, he said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
The burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. Prince with the bucket.
What you love about Taurean Prince is his willingness to fit into the team scheme. This guy goes about his business and contributes in every area. That's a nice mid-range jumper.
Now here's Jones. He's got 5. Here's Iguodaro. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Porter against Jones. Porter's shot is off. Suns trail by 6. Pass to Booker. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Green. And so Prince will bring it up for Milwaukee. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
Here's Jones. After the Bucks picking up a basket just moments ago. From the low block. Good. He hits the jumper. Jones has got 7 points in the game.
Oh, that's a cagey move right there. Tyus Jones showing no fear.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. So Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group here. Lopez, he's checked in for Livingston. Antetokounmpo comes in for Green. Kuzma's checked in for Prince. And it's Rollins in for Trent. Here's Rollins. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta.
And with all the attention he drew offensively, he did a great job of just kicking to the open man.
Now here's Booker. They trail by 6. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. What balance from Booker.
Boy, you see how confident Devin Booker is down low. Doesn't even think twice about looking to score in there.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's covered by O'Neal. And Antetokounmpo, here we go. Basket counts. 11 points in the game.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Booker against Porter. Goes up from the top of the key. And the Suns getting another bucket right there.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot.
Outside Porter. Antetokounmpo surveys. The shake. Ooh, strong move from Giannis inside.
Oh, man, the balance of muscle Giannis possesses is tremendous. Phenomenal at scoring on physical defenses.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And the Bucks making a change here. Prince is checked in. And a change for the Suns. Allen, he's checked in for Booker. Bucks on D. 6-point lead. Beal outside. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Beal's got his second bucket on the night.
Now, this is an example of where he's grown. Bradley Beal getting it done in the screen and roll. Pass
to Prince. On the wing, Kuzma. Antetokounmpo outside. Another miss by Antetokounmpo. Suns trail by 3. Beal with it. Three-pointer, O'Neal. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Antetokounmpo outside. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
They really scrapped out a win last time. Foul trouble on the other side helped them immensely.
Oh, no doubt. Playing aggressively, forcing the action, that often works in your favor, and it did the last time around.
Allen can't get it to go. Antetokounmpo up top. Pass to Kuzma. 4-3. Tie game in Milwaukee. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks. I'm here with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, how would you characterize the intensity level in that first half?
Yeah, no, it's pretty intense. You know, both teams are getting after it defensively. Nothing's going to be easy, so it's the way it's supposed to be.
Hopefully it continues in the second half. Thanks.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Welcome, folks, for the Phoenix Suns tonight. They're looking at what should be a good battle in a game that's still up for grabs.
I like their approach on the boards. Get in there, establish position. Aggressively go after the ball, Ernie.
If they come out on top tonight, Shaq, that's how they're going to do it, by being more active and more physical than the other team.
Okay, guys, now let's see what the fans are buzzing about over on social media. Let's see, Ultra fan Latoya wants to know, could Ernie currently score on either Shaq or Kenny? Wow.
Well, I've really never seen you ball lately, Ernie, or even
at all.
I don't think I've ever seen you ball, so I'm not sure. I would imagine that your jump shot is pretty prevalent because I've seen you shoot in the studio, but getting around me, never.
You're talking too much. Don't even try it, Ernie. I'll pound you like a... Never mind.
I have full confidence in my ability. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And the Suns shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Kicking off the second half, here's Mike Budenholzer's 5. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Royce O'Neal, and it's Dunn in at the small forward position. Booker drives in, fades back. Rebounded by Lopez. The Bucks shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Prince, the pass to Rollins. Antetokounmpo for 3. The Suns clear it.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Dunn outside. Beal outside. For the lead. Milwaukee with the rebound. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds now. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. And the shot goes. Kuzma's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Dunn outside. And he's going for the oop here. And then Beal with the dunk.
What a beautiful connection there. Beal showing off the hang time.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Devin Booker.
And for an idea of where his offense is right now, take a look at his true shooting percentage decreasing over the last 5 games. He desperately needs to find his stroke tonight.
Beal against Prince. Pass to Rollins. Antetokounmpo outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Prince. The 3. Counted from distance. Prince has got 5 now.
It's hard to make your way in today's NBA without being a tremendous three-point shooter. Taurean Prince doing work from beyond the arc.
Now here's Booker. 9 points in the game. Beal, no good.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. They set the pick from about 19. Off the window. It's good. Beal's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, this is what you want, right? Bradley Beal coming off the screen with purpose.
Pass to Lopez. Down low. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. And so it's Phoenix with it, after the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Outside O'Neal, fires the 3. Prince grabs the miss. Milwaukee leading by 3. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis working inside.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. Here's Lopez. After the basket by Phoenix on the other end. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Richards. Dunn outside. Pass to Booker. Rebounded by Lopez. Milwaukee leading by 3. Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bucks?
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
No good on that one.
The resume Giannis has built already is impressive, and he's nowhere close to being done adding to it.
And the Bucks with some changes. Green's checked in for Lopez. Trent comes in for Prince. And it's Porter Jr. in for Rollins. And he can't hit the second.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
And then Beal with the dunk.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Antetokounmpo finds Porter. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, and this speaks to how strong Giannis is. Able to still convert despite the physical defense.
Milwaukee shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Bowl, he's checked in for Dunn.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
That one misses for Antetokounmpo. And it's Jones with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 3. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, such an imposing defensive force. Giannis with the great timing on the rejection. Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Now here's Jones. He's got 7. Pass to Plumlee. Beal with it. Guarded by Trent. Beal, the pass to Plumlee. Outside Jones. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Trent finds Antetokounmpo. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Bull grabs the board. Suns trail by 5. Beal outside. From 11 feet away, that shot missing. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Milwaukee out in front. They lead by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Green. Gary Trent is out there with Kevin Porter. Then it's Jackson, and it's Nance in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here's Porter. Jones grabs the board.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Booker surveying the D. Allen a screen. The 3 ball. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup.
Yeah, Booker keeping that defense off balance with his passing ability right there.
Porter with it. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Trent's shot is off.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Allen outside. Here's Bull. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Milwaukee in the lead. Trent from long range. The rebound by Allen.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Booker. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Plumlee, a screen on Trent. For three, Booker. That's a miss. His sixth miss in 11 tries.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Bowl. Free throw drops for Bowl. And the Bucks will go for a different look here. Brook Lopez is checked in for Nance. Antetokounmpo comes in for Green. Kuzma's checked in for Jackson. And it's Rollins in for Trent. Dunn, he's checked in for the Suns. And Bull drops them both. For Milwaukee, they've gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. Pass to Kuzma. Here's Rollins. Antetokounmpo, left side. Just 5 to shoot. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Bowl.
One of the only ways to slow down Antetokounmpo is to get physical with him. But you know what? That may not work. He is so good at absorbing contact in the paint.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Prince is checked in for Porter Jr. And so Antetokounmpo nails both of them. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for Phoenix. 4-point game. It's Beal on the wing. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
I tell you, when Bradley Beal is cooking, folks, the energy he brings is infectious.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Antetokounmpo with it. He's against O'Neal. And Giannis shrugs off the contact.
And he is just showing off right now. I mean, he's giving you leadership. Giannis just takes pride in stepping up and hitting those big shots.
For 3, Booker finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lopez. Now Antetokounmpo lets it go from deep. Bradley Beal puts it in. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Milwaukee has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Richards with a screen. Booker. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
Kuzma, left side. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And the Bucks lead by 3.
Kyle Kuzma stepping up and getting it done.
Here's Booker. Prince grabs the miss. Prince has got 4 rebounds now. Rollins gets the bucket.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Suns trail by 5. Left side Booker. Outside O'Neal. Outside Booker. 3-pointer. Booker missing again. The Bucks have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Back to Antetokounmpo. Now here's Kuzma. Defense right on him. Out left to the wing. Here's Rollins. No good from outside. Here's Booker. And he sinks it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
Oh, my goodness. Booker's confidence is off the charts. He's money in the bank.
Now here's Kuzma. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Screen by Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. And he lobs it up top. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Phoenix calls timeout. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
The strategy is simple. Get a quick score and foul right away.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
19 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Booker. Three-pointer, O'Neal. Rebounded by Kuzma. And that's an intentional foul. Eight seconds left in the final quarter. And now we've got an intentional foul. He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game. Phoenix calls timeout. They're behind by 7. All right, guys, what's your take?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
That shot is good by O'Neal. And so it's Milwaukee who scraped by with the win. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And BA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Giannis, an impressive performance. Talk about what this game showed you about your team.
No, this game was great. I think everybody came out ready. Everybody played great. We were moving the ball, we were knocking down shots, but most importantly, we were playing great defense. But at the end of the day, it's just a win. We got to build off this. We got to go back to the gym, watch film, and get better.
It's just one piece of a greater goal. That's right. Thanks, Giannis.
All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
There has been a lot of discussion about the length of the NBA season, GA. Do you think 82 games is the right number?
Well, I do. It's worked well for over 50 years, so why change it? And if we do change it, it affects records and how we compare the game across the earth.
Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Edwards, Abusele out there with Butler. And it's Council in at the 3 spot. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another, really the story of the game.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
Pass to Council. Here's Butler. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Towns. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And Anunoby slams it in.
And you could see the length that time with OG stretching out to finish.
The numbers will back it up, Brent, but when you watch OG Anunoby, it's easy to see why he is an elite defender.
Yeah, Kevin, he's been slept on by a lot of casual fans around the NBA, but trust me, diving deeper into the numbers, OG's defense is elite. He's got that strength, he's got the wingspan, he's got great instincts, and he is daunting for any would-be scorer that wants to put points on the board.
And the Knicks with possession here. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Towns sets the pick for Hart. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he can hurt you from there. The D must be up on Hart when he has the ball.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. There's a screen. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Off target with his 3.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Now here's Brunson. Providing around 26.5 points a game, rarely has an off night. Just 5 on the clock. Bridges misses.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Pass to Council. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Count that one. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Bridges outside. Beyond the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they took on the Knicks.
Yeah, they dropped the last game of this matchup. Their bench wasn't able to keep up with the opposing reserves offensively.
Abusele can't hit. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. For the Knicks, Achua comes in for OG Anunoby, and Miles McBride subbed in for Bridges. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Butler, and he uses the glass on the layup. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Brunson. Still scoreless. From outside, off the mark. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Pass to McBride. It's Hart on the wing. Edwards defending. They get the rebound, and the dunk by Towns.
And Towns is solid at getting strong position on the glass. Terrific work.
Here's Grimes. Back to Butler. Fires the three. It's rebounded by New York. 58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Back to McBride. Five to shoot. And again, it's New York.
And that in-between Jay, Brunson capable.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. They trail by 3. And here is Butler. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Toronto. It's hauled in by Achua. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Edwards against Hart. 16 seconds left here in the opening quarter. There's a screen by Achua. McBride's shot is off. Edwards looking it over. Puts up a deep 3. Oh, and he beat it.
Did they just do that, Kevin?
They just did that. Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
It's a tie game in New York. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
They've got Robinson. Miles McBride out there with Cameron Payne. Then it's Bridges. And it's Achua in at the 4 spot. They're the group New York will start the second with. Back to Walker. From downtown, Payne grabs the board. To the paint, trying to find Achua and gets it to him.
These bigs can really put some force on the rim. Achua falls directly in that category.
That's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 2. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Shoots from 14. It's rebounded by New York.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Bridges, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
And he makes the first. And, Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
No good on the second free throw. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
The Knicks leading by 3. Anunoby passes to McBride. Achua with it. There's a screen by Achua. Anunoby. No good with the triple. 76ers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Here's Walker. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Now, here's Bridges. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable. Three-pointer. New York, no good that time either.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Doughton, still without a basket. Here's Council. He's guarded by Anunoby. Walker's shot is off.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Wasted no time on that one. Bridges has got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks. And here are the 76ers now. After Mikal Bridges hitting the three. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to talk to his guys. A different look for New York. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Achua. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. And Philadelphia making a change here. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Bona. 14 points from him the last game against Toronto.
Felt like he also was prepared for whatever the opposition was coming at him with. He was either contesting shots or swatting them away. Just a dominant defensive performance all the way around.
And it's Brunson missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
New York leading by 4. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Philadelphia has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. There's the screen. Grimes passes to Walker. And he's good on the three ball. Walker's got 5 now.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him, and we have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. Here's Bona. Robinson with the block.
Now the 7'4" wingspan of Robinson going to work on that shot. Swatted away.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Achua, he's checked in for the Knicks. Miles McBride comes in for Mikal Bridges. .143 left in the first half of basketball. Count the basket. Grimes has got his first basket of the night.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Pass to McBride. Achua with it. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Shot clock at 6. Shoots a fader. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Busele's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And it's Council missing. New York's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Anunoby passes to Achua. And here's Towns. Towns is doubled. Now McBride. Nothing on the board. It's hauled in by Edwards. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Trailing by 2. Pass to Council. Edwards against Brunson. That ties the game. Edwards got 5.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Brunson. There's the 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's a tie game in New York. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Carl. Impressive start for you. What's the mentality going into a game like this?
Just being aggressive. Really played well at all the first half myself. All of us are missing a lot of easy bunnies. We're missing layups for us as pros. So second half, if we make those layups, it should be fun.
Let's see if you stick to the script. Thanks very much, man. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Checking out New York. They're in good position. Definitely among the top teams in the conference.
And just as important as the seeding is how you're playing down the stretch. They're trying to dial it in. And we return our attention to tonight's featured game as the Knicks had a closely contested first half.
I like the way they've been running, pushing the ball, putting that defense on its heels.
Yeah, you love their tempo. When they play fast, they can put points on the board in a hurry, Ernie.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Here's Butler. You know, Brent, when you talk about home court advantage, the Knicks have one of the best.
Well, New York is so electric, and I have memories, Kevin, of walking out on that court and it just feeling different. So the Mecca is back. And when it's loud, it is delicious.
And so in the game for the 76ers, we've got Butler, Abusele out there with Edwards, and it's Council in at the 3. Now here's Hart. Some nice passing by New York here. They get it back. Anunoby outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bridges inside the three-point line. Good on the jump shot. Bridges has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Knicks. Outside Butler. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And he makes that one. Edwards got it all tied up now for Philadelphia.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Brunson the pass to Anunoby. Bridges, no one around him. Off target with the open look.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
To the middle. Here's Edwards. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Hart, no good.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Here's Grimes. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Now, here's Bridges. And Towns gets it to go.
And this is what makes Towns so special, that ability to hit with consistency from range.
Timeout.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for OG Anunoby. So it's Philadelphia now. It's a 3-point game. Here's Butler. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Now here's Hart. He has 6. His 3-pointers off the mark.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
They set the pick. Pass to Grimes. Good on the triple. Grimes has got 5 points so far.
Like to see Grimes firing away. This will help the confidence moving forward.
Anunoby outside. Brunson scanning the floor. Towns a screen on Butler. Clock at 6. From the arc. Towns, no luck. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Edwards passes to Butler. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Butler's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Knicks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the 3rd. That leaves room for improvements here. Towns up top. Here's Brunson. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. The Knicks making a switch here. Achua's checked in. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Trailing by 2. Just 5 to shoot. Bridges shot. Good.
Consistent shooter like Bridges loves to get openings from the mid-range like that to get his rhythm.
Doughton passes to Edwards. Here's Doughton. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Doughton. Hasn't made one yet. And no good. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Brunson the pass to Bridges. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And now we'll look at who's been leading the NBA in rebounding since the All-Star break. Karl Anthony Towns, fourth.
He has taken his rebounding very seriously since the break. It's really paid off for him and his team.
And that one falls for Bridges.
And a talented swingman. Bridges is someone to keep an eye on as he continues to round out his game.
Both free throws good from Bridges. The 76ers trail. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. For the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson comes in for Towns. And Miles McBride subbed in for Hart. We've got 1:28 left in the third. Pass to Doughton. Brunson with some nice D. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. The lead is 2. Brent, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think it amazes both of us that Jalen Brunson fell to the second round, the 33rd pick back in 2018. So with that in mind, how has he overcome the doubters?
Well, the first thing he got was opportunity, Kevin, and that's all you can ask for as a young player. What he was able to do in Dallas opened up the eyes of a lot of people to what he was capable of as a point guard in the league. But trust me, Jalen Brunson has never stopped believing in his ability and confidence to dominate a game the way that we've seen him do that in the past couple of seasons.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Walker the pass to Doughton. 6 to shoot. Pass to Bona. Releases. The Knicks pull it in.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
They need this one. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Knicks leading by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Anunoby. Cameron Payne is out there with Miles McBride. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Towns in at the 4. That's the 5 for New York right now. The 76ers trail by 4. Pass to Walker. Here's the screen. Misses the 3. The Knicks shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. And McBride gets it to go.
Like to see Payne just move the ball like that.
76ers shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Here's Hood Schifino. Defended by McBride. A nice shot by Hood Schifino.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Towns wide open. And another 3 from New York.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
They set the screen. Walker taking his time here. Pass to Hood Schifino. Outside, Walker takes the 3. Connects from three-point range.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Towns. Yep, it counts. Towns has got 5 points in the quarter.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Pass to Walker. From outside the arc, Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now Payne. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. So for the Knicks, Josh Hart, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Miles McBride. Here's Hood Schifino. Pass to Grimes. Lets it go from deep. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And here is Shamet. Here's Towns. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Outside, Walker. Five on the clock. Here's Grimes. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
For a player like Grimes, you have to make your threes. So important to earn more playing time.
Outside, Towns. Back to Payne. The tray. Another shot. And Towns with the lay-in good. Towns has got 12 points in just the second half.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Mikal Bridges checked in for New York. Jalen Brunson comes in for Payne. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David. Bridges attacking. Rebound by the 76ers. Outside Butler. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. 141 left in the fourth quarter. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Edwards got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Butler. Outside Edwards. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Grimes. Takes a 3. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
A demonstration of how tough Hart is, willing to accept contact and really work through it.
.105 left to play in the final quarter. With the teardrop. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New York.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offensive rebounding. They're boxing out. They're getting up extra shots. It could be a difference maker in the result.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. Second of 2 is good. That brings them within 8.
The team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. Brunson finds Towns. Got a piece of it. Bridges outside. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Edwards. And Philadelphia has possession. Here's Council. Here's Grimes. The 76ers with another miss. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. So it's New York picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now we present the player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And an opportunity for these guys to get loose, find the range. We're almost at game time, folks. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, an April Fool's Day edition. Glad to have you with us. Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for Deni Avdija.
Over the last 10 games, he's been on an absolute tear, finding all kinds of ways to be a thorn in the opposition side, just working on offense and getting the looks he wants out there.
So here's Portland's starting group. Deni Avdija out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Klingon. Then it's Jeremy Grant. And it's Kamare in at the power forward position. And for the Hawks, we got Risache, Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. Then there's Okongwu, and it's Gay in at the 4. Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
Now here's Young. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Well, such a creative finisher. Young will find a way, even with the defender all over him.
Grant outside. Here's Kamare. Hits the trifecta.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And here's Okongwu. His last outing, we saw him score 13. Risache, no good. Avdija against Okongwu. It's stolen by Okongwu. Simons with a steal. Avdija against Young. Avdija passes to Grant. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. They set the screen from outside the arc. Out to Simons. Launches a 3. Here's Klingon. Shoots over Okongwu. The bank shot, no good. The Hawks have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Gay. Grant against Young. Takes the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Young's got 5 points.
Well, he's lights out when he has space. Trae Young, one of the best shooters in the league.
Here's Klingon. Now Grant. From downtown. Portland again missing. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Blazers. That one in Portland.
Turnovers were the story of that game. It wasn't what I would call a disciplined performance.
And with both teams fighting for playoff position, this is as intense of a regular season as you'll see, Grant.
Oh, B.A., you can feel what's at stake here in the arena. Both of these teams will treat this like the postseason. The playoffs start now for them.
LeVert's checked in for the Hawks. And also a switch here for Portland. Henderson's checked in. Knocks it down from distance.
Grant in a bit of a hurry there. No problem.
Pass to Okongwu. Henderson against LeVert. Here's Young. Portland with a rebound.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
And he comes up with a bucket.
And Simon shows off that soft touch inside.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Daniels. Now here's LeVert. Back to Young. 5 to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. He's got 10.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
Now here's Young. We saw him with 19 his last time out. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Hawks, Niang, he's checked in for Gay. Risache comes in for Daniels. And Krejci subbed in for Young. A minute 29 left now in the first quarter. To the paint. Here's LeVert. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Now here's Henderson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Kamare. And too long on the shot.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
46 seconds left in the first quarter. Niang up top. Clock at 6. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And when you talk about this Portland team, Stan, they're young and talented. They have some nice pieces going forward.
Yeah, and Brian, it starts with Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons in that backcourt, but Shaedon Sharpe, when healthy, they've got some good pieces to build around.
No good on the free throw. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
And Atlanta making a change here. Barlow's checked in. Now here's Henderson. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. This one for 3. Barlow grabs a miss. The Hawks lead by 5. Pass to Risache. Fires the 3. That one is off. A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for Atlanta. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second. Scoot and Sharpe are the backcourt set. Then it's Matisse Thybulle, then it's Murray, and it's Kamare in at the 4.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharpe has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Here's Krejci. No made baskets yet. To the inside, Barlow. Good D by Murray. Portland trailing here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Here's Risache. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Now here's Henderson. They lead by 1. Henderson with a screen on Levert. Three-pointer Sharp. Atlanta with a rebound. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
One guy here this evening, Shaedon Sharp. Incredibly talented, Stan.
Hey, Brian, you talk about a guy with potentially a very high ceiling. He's got all the physical tools you need. His skills are improving. He's still young and still putting it together.
Now here's Sharp. 23 points for him last game against New York.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And some changes here for Portland. Klingon comes in for Kamara, and Simon has subbed in for Thibault. Here's Niang. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. Young looking for an opening. Inside. Pass to Krejci. Will it go? And Atlanta misses again.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Now here's Simons. Picked by Murray. Launches it. And it's Niang with a rebound. Hawks trail by 5. There's Young with the 3. Look at Young, making it look easy.
One of the elite scorers in this league. Trae Young with another big night. He is relentless.
Here's Simons. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Young. Inside, it's Trae Young.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
Simons passes to Sharp. No good that time.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Levert outside. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Portland leading. Henderson, the pass to Simons. Pass to Klingon. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Now here's Young. He's got 15. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. And both free throws good for Young. And six-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate, and they've swayed the outcome of games.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Grant the pass to Simons. 1:10 left in the first half. Avdia finds Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Young. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Portland leading by 3. Pass to Kamari. Grant outside. He drops it from range. Grant's got 6 points.
Well, Grant getting more confident from deep.
Atlanta has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. 26 seconds left in the first half of this one. Young misses.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Here's Simons. Here's Klingon. And he banks in the layup. And now it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Young goes in. Uses the glass on the layup. Young's got 21.
And he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
And the first half now in the books. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 6. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the Portland Trailblazers.
Once they gain position underneath the backboard, it's hard to push them out of there.
And even when they don't have position, they have guys who will knife in and steal rebounds, like you're stealing a piece of that cake over there, Kenny.
It's good, too.
And now, as the season winds down, a look at the Western Conference picture.
Checking out the Trailblazers. A month left in the season. We still don't get to know where they land. Playoffs, play-in, or Cancun. A lot of options on the table.
Man, I know which they'd prefer, but it's going to take some good play down the stretch to get it done.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
We've got Trae Young. He's out there with Dyson Daniels. Rizache out there with Okongwu. And it's Gay in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. Young finds Okongwu. Here's Gay, still without a bucket. Young inside. He's covered by Simons. And that one's good. Young. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players, Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Well, Stanley was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. After this one, they're off to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Rizache, no good.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
It's Avdia on the wing. Here's the pick. Abdia. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Pass to Rizachet. Back to Young. Okongwu, a screen on Simons. Down low. That's good from Okongwu. On the assist from Young. Okongwu's got his first points of the game. Portland leading by 6. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And Coach, with Okongwu adding a 3 to his game, it's hard to keep him off the floor now.
It is, Brian, and he can do a lot for a team when he plays. He can now spread out the floor. He can guard multiple positions. But the main thing Okongwu does is he is all over the glass. Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Pass to Rizachet. Back to Daniels. Here's Rizachet. He's covered by Grant. Rizachet, no good.
Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Simons has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
From the mid-range, Simons' quickness is a big advantage.
Outside Young. Abdia pulls it in.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Abdia with a steal. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
With the game on the line, Ice Trey is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I've worked too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Karis LeVert's checked in for Atlanta. Krejci comes in for Trae Young. Sharp, he's checked in for Portland. Scoot Henderson comes in for Simons. Henderson with a screen on LeVert. Three-pointer Sharp. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
Pass to Gay. Here's Rizachet. Guarded by Sharp. LeVert with the ball. The 3 from Rizachet. Nails it from beyond the arc. Rizachet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
Pass to LeVert. Here's Krejci. LeVert outside. Jacks up a 3. Portland with a rebound.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Pass to Sharp. Henderson outside. Here's Klingon. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Abdia can't get it to go.
Well, this is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
Here's Rizachet. He's got 5. Beyond the arc. Portland with a rebound. Kamare's got 4 rebounds now.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Portland shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. And the Blazers making a change here.
One shot.
Another exciting young player from Canada. Shaedon Sharpe is an elite athlete, and his overall skills are really improving.
LeVert with the ball. The 3. Fires in the triple. LeVert's got 5.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Hawks trail by 8. So the Trailblazers 5 right now. Scoot and Sharpe are the backcourt set. Murray out there with Walker. And it's Thibault in at the 3. Now here's LeVert. Off the mark there with a 3.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass. Really getting after it and being physical.
Here's Henderson.
Oh! Wow! Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Atlanta is shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Matthews passes to LeVert. Pass to Barlow. Banked it in off the glass. Barlow's got his first bucket in this one.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Sharpe. And it's Niang with the rebound. The Hawks trailing. Here's Matthews. It's LeVert on the wing. Over Henderson. Portland with a rebound.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Now here's Sharpe. Walker sets a screen. Sharpe, no good.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Pass to LeVert. Over Henderson. And that one comes up a bit short.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Outside Sharpe. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Sharpe's got 10 points here in the second half.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Henderson against LeVert, looking to get it going, and he lays it up and in.
This is all you can do if you're the defense. LeVert is excellent at gutting his way through physical coverage.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
During that break, Coach Chauncey Billups had some advice for the team. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
And Rizachet gets it to go.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
Avdia, left side. Pass to Simons. Fires for three. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Daniels. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. And now just a 4-point Portland lead.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Grant outside. Back to Simons. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Goes back up. Here's Klingon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Pass to Rizachet. Here's Gay. Shot clock at 6. And here's Young. The shot no good. And it's Simons with the ball for Portland. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. 1:43 left to play in the fourth. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Young. Shoots from 12. Portland with a rebound. Klingon's got 9 rebounds now. Avdia outside. Now Simons from deep. Knocks down the long J.
Well, don't blink, or Simons will already have the shot off.
Hawks trail by 9. 1:10 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's Young again missing.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Kamari. And here's Grant from the arc. Kept alive. Pass to Simons. Shot clock at 5. Pure from three-point range.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Grant outside. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Atlanta. So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Shaedon.
Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball. Well, both these teams, of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Now, Golden State's starting 5. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Moses Moody is out there with Butler. And it's Green in at the 5. 6 on the shot clock, and he gets the bucket.
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough seam anytime he takes it inside.
Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Now here's Morant. with the drive, and the layup's good off the glass.
This is what Morant does so well. No one can stay in front of him.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against San Antonio.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
Jackson finds Morant. He takes it in, and Morant throws it down.
Oh, one thing about Ja, he's determined.
And the Warriors off to a slow start here. Still without a basket in the game. Back to Curry. Fires for three. Knocks down the three ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Memphis, they've gotten their first three shots to go in for him to start off this game. Wells kicks to Morant. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Morant is adept at creating offenses for himself.
Pass to Podziemski. Here's Moody. Golden State moving the ball around. Butler against Jackson. Butler, no good.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach. Now, I asked Coach what the game plan was when it comes to defending Jimmy Butler, and he said to me, we have to make sure we match his energy level. Jimmy is one of those guys that goes all out every second. We want our guys to do the same on D. It won't be easy, but they think they found a way to contain him, guys.
Thank you, David. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Aldama's checked in. Let's see some of the numbers here for him.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
No good on that one. Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Second free throw, no good. And you look at the Grizzlies' defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
To the inside, here's Morant. Shoots over Curry, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. RJ, Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of, can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
That free throw, no good. This season has been full of surprises, Greg. What's surprising you most about the NBA right now?
Kevin, the game evolves constantly. I mean, the increased speed of the league, a lot more scoring. If your eyes aren't glued to the action, you might miss it.
And he's good on the second. Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bills.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed.
Here's Edey. He has yet to score. Pass to Aldama. It's deflected. It's stolen by Curry. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Green, no luck. And here are the Grizzlies. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Here's Bane. Edey, great positioning on the putback.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Curry dishes to Butler. Green with a screen on Jackson. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Off target from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Bane passes to Morant. Back to Bane. Fires from way outside. The Warriors pull it in. Butler dishes to Curry. .106 left to play here in the first. And good that time.
Just a wizard with the ball. Look, Curry's creativity is just incredible.
Bane passes to Aldama. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Moses Moody.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First trip to the line for him here. And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for Memphis. Buffs jacked in, and it's Kennard in for Bane. So he picks up just one from the line that time. Warriors trail by 10. Out to the right wing. Kuminga kicks to Curry. Offline with his three. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Aldama. .20 seconds left in the first. Now Kennard. Shot clock at 5. The Grizzlies with another miss. Outside, Kuminga. Now here's Curry. Kennard covering. Three-pointer, Hield. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Boy, that was close. Got it in just in the nick of time.
And so it's Memphis heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. 7-point differential. So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. There's Jackson Davis out there with Kuminga. And it's Post in at the center position.
Comes right off the pick and knocks it down. Great use of the screen by Hield.
Outside Pippen. Warriors with the rebound. Pass to Curry. Back to Hield. Golden State moving the ball around. And there's the bucket from Kuminga.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And, Richard, you just get the feeling that Jonathan Kuminga is finally starting to hit his stride, don't you?
It is all about opportunity in this league, Kevin. With more playing time and scoring chances, Kuminga has really blossomed, and he is not done getting better. Scoring close in, Hield is more than just a three-point gunner.
And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to the Boston Celtics.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, I just didn't see any fire from them to want to get it back. That's just one of those games you throw away in the trash and try and forget about it.
The Warriors have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Here's Curry. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim, but that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high-flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And the sharpshooter, Mike Miller, watching his former team, the Grizzlies, here in Memphis.
And if his presence inspires them, you wouldn't know it from the scoreboard. But make no mistake, one of the great players in their franchise history.
Memphis trailing here. Outside, Bain. Pippen sets a screen for Bain. And the three ball is good.
Just another day in the office for Mr. Bain.
Warriors have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Pass to Pajemski. Back to Curry. Green, the screen, pulls up. Curry's shot is off.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for a job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A.
Oh, those are some grown man points there by Jackson Jr.
Warriors trail by 4. Curry passes to Kuminga. Back to Curry. Hield sets the pick for Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Wells with it. Curry meets him. Wells kicks to Bain. Shot clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one is on Hield. The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
That free throw good from Pippen. Morant, he's checked in for Jackson. Golden State also making some changes. Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's subbed in for Buddy Hield. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Down low. Here's Green. And that time, also a missed shot.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Count it.
And if you're wondering what makes Ja so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
Butler feeling out of it. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Pippen. And the shot goes down. Green's got his first points of the night.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Here's Huff, guarded by Green. Morant outside. No good on the 3. Warriors trail by 6. Green finds Curry. 1:24 left to play here in the second quarter. Back to Green. Pippen with the steal. Inside. Here's Wells. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Wells has got his first points of the game. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Edey's checked in for the Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson comes in for Pippen. The Warriors also with a sub. Hield's checked in. .110 left here in the second. In the corner, Moody with it. Outside Butler, shoots the 3. From deep, Jimmy Butler!
And that's the ball movement you're looking for, and Butler drills it.
And here's Morant. 26 points for him last game against Boston.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Butler dishes to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State. For three. Another three for Golden State.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Morant.
Part of the reason why they have leads, they haven't turned it over too much. They are playing smart basketball.
Warriors trail by 4. Right side, Butler, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And the release of Butler's jumper, it's so smooth. He has no problem knocking it down from mid-range.
Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens. All the.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
Taking a look at Memphis, they're in good position, definitely among the top teams in the conference.
And just as important as the seeding is how you're playing down the stretch. They're trying to dial it in. And now, guys, let's talk about these Warriors and this close game they find themselves in.
What a job they did from three-point land. I don't know if they can keep this up, though, Kenny.
Yeah, it's hard to hit threes at this pace for a whole game, but hey, as long as you're hot, keep taking them.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Even dating back to his high school days, Desmond Bane was overlooked as a prospect.
Yeah, he wasn't even ranked by any major recruiting services. That just lets you know that the scouts don't always get it right. Then he fell to the 30th pick in the 2020 draft. He's made a lot of teams regret passing on him. And this is what Ja Morant does best. When he finds his rhythm on offense, he is almost impossible to guard.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, DA. Thank you. Now, here's Butler. Defense right on him. Shoots over Wells. Butler, no good.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
Morant kicks to Wells. Outside, Bain. The three. And Curry pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Bain looking around. Morant outside. Pass to Edey. Down low. Here's Jackson. Some solid defense from Butler.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Memphis lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. A step-back shot here. Here's Edey, and the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
And checking out the stats for Stephen Curry. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. Averaging about 19 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities about 1,000%.
And the Warriors making a change here. Hield's checked in. Outside Curry. Pass to Hield. For the tie, just 4 to shoot. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
Out to Morant. It counts, and the foul. That one is on Hield.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
The Grizzlies shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. And Memphis making a change here. Aldama's checked in.
The explosiveness of Morant is just incredible. His motor and work ethic are both tremendous as well.
Butler sets a screen for Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
And they continue to control the glass.
Morant looking around. Jackson has the open look. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Jackson's got 5 now.
That's just unfair. 6'11" Jackson just sinking threes. I guess this is the new NBA.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Now we get a chance to check out the seeding out west. 4 games left on the schedule here. take a look at the Grizzlies. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, the Warriors, right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
And for the Grizzlies, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
But it's something we expected. This team was built to compete with anyone.
Curry against Morant. Curry through traffic. Count it! Oh!
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Aldama. From deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
To the middle. Healed the pass to Green. Curry against Morant. Clock at 6. Curry on the wing. Guarded by Morant. Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Stephen Curry.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
The 3 from Morant. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
First 3 of the half. Second of the game. Can he heat up?
Outside Butler. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Love the response there from Hield, matching threes.
Curry against Morant. Second chance shot. And Curry pulls it down. Warriors trail by 5. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Butler, no good.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
From his first day in the league, opponents are going to make him earn it at the line. And look, Morant, he'll give him an easy look.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
In an era where so many point guards are three-point shooters, Ja Morant, you know what? This man is built different. He's more of a throwback. Ja wants to apply pressure by driving, not shooting threes.
Both free throws good from Morant. So it's the Warriors now. They trail by 7. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles taking on the Lakers. That team is a little road weary right now. That is the 6th consecutive game away from home. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Memphis out in front. They're up by 7. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Kuminga out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Post in at the 5, roaming the paint.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
6 to shoot. Here's Hield. scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane.
Excellent job converting inside. Bane's guys encourage him to be aggressive down there.
Bane against Hield. Outside Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. Hield against Bane. Now here's Hield. He's tightly guarded. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night. Memphis leading by 8. The Grizzlies call timeout. Richard, with Buddy Hield, we're talking about one of the best shooters in the NBA.
No question, he is a marksman. He's going to have to be a mercenary, though. He is the type of an outside threat that every team needs. I don't care what the offensive system is, Buddy Hield will find a way to score.
Pajemski, he's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch what the Grizzlies coach was talking about with his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. We have to play like we're tied. They want their team to sustain that level of effort, and we'll see how it works out. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Huff for the 3. That shot, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Hield from outside. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've led by as many as 11 points. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hield.
What is going on right now?
Edey's checked in for Memphis. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Outside, Bane. Pass to Eldama. This one for 3. The rebound by Hield. Warriors trail by 8. And then Hield with the dunk.
As Hield has developed in this league, we have seen him turn into more than just a shooter. A night like this is proof why he is on fire.
Here's Edey. A kick out to Bane. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, despite some uneven shooting for them, they're still out in front.
Deflects the pass. Here's Curry. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Good D by Hield. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. 6-point game. He gets that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Memphis has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Pass to Wells. And here is Bane. Hands it from downtown. Bane's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Santi Aldama. And it's Morant in for Pippen. Here's Curry. Here's the floater. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Back 80 picks one up.
You never want to foul Curry. He's pretty much the best free throw shooter ever.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
Stephen Curry hits them both.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Morant passes to Jackson. Back to Morant. Driving the lane. Yep, that one goes. 28 points for Ja Morant.
Any trip that ends with Morant going to the hoop, it's great for his team.
Morant against Curry. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Morant. It's good. And it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
Closer in, look, let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
Here's Curry. He can't hit that time. Morant with some nice D. Pass to Edey. Now Bain. Wells kicks to Bain. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Showing off that vert. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
Now Curry. Green with a screen on Morant. Everything's within Curry's range.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Jackson a screen on Curry. Here's Morant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Stephen Curry.
Defenses have tried to figure out a way to stop Morant's drive, but his agility and strength ensures that he's always going to give a shot.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. Free throws, good from Morant.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Pass to Podziemski. To the paint.
Expert move by Green, pulling the defender in to draw the foul.
drops the first one, and that brings them within single digits.
A vocal leader both on and off the floor. Green plays with a real fire in edge.
Both free throws good from Green.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Wells. Back to Morant. Pajemski grabs the board. A nice shot by Moody. And so the Grizzlies take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Jaron. A young team, but you're going in the right direction. How does a game like tonight help you keep that flow?
It's progress. Everything is progress. A win you can learn something from. A loss you can learn something from. So we're taking every little bit of it, and we're just happy to get one at home today.
It's a step in the process, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Much appreciated, David. And that about wraps it up. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player.
And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. Welcome to the NBA. Well, we're coming right down to the last bit of the season, Grant. What's the messaging like from coaches right now?
Well, BA, for teams that are in the mix, coaches are asking you to keep doing what you've been doing. But a lot of that extra motivation comes from your teammates and in the locker room.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Conley and Ann are the 1 and the 2. Jaden McDaniels out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Edwards. Rebound by the Nuggets. They defeated Utah in their last game.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Man, was there a guy more fit to run that 2023 team than Murray?
I don't think so, Brian. I mean, think about what Murray did. After coming off an ACL injury, he leads them to the finals along with Jokic and the rest of his teammates, and he went off in every playoff series. Tough shots, clutch shots, timely shots. Incredible stuff by Jamal Murray.
And he makes the first. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit. But size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And Murray drops them both. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A., because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Michael Malone and I spoke for a few minutes. He knows it'll be tough to score in the paint tonight. Gobert locks down the lane as well as anyone. He blocks shots, and then when you count up the numbers of shots he alters, you get a full picture of his dominance at the defensive end. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
Outside Murray. Outside Porter. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Outside McDaniels. Back to Conley. Pass to Edwards from the arc. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the three consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Gordon outside. Here's Brown, guarded by Edwards. Gordon outside. Just 5 on the clock. Jokic passes to Murray. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Murray's got 5 now.
Murray has that spirit of, you make one on me, I'm coming back at you for mine.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And coming back from the All-Star break, these are the squads that are filling it up from downtown. Denver, third. The fourth spot held by Minnesota.
Since midseason, we've seen fireworks from both clubs. But what really stands out is their accuracy from deep.
Outside Conley. Outside McDaniels. To the paint. Here's Edwards. Rebounded by Denver. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
They were blown out by this squad last time. Could not stop the bench from scoring. That was the difference.
I agree with you. I mean, the points off the bench, that disparity was decisive. You got to have all hands on deck for this one.
Count that one.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randall, he usually gets the best of it.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Murray finds Gordon. Back to Murray. Here's Brown. And here's Jokic, defended by Gobert. Puts up the 8-footer, and it's in, off the glass. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Conley passes to Gobert. Back to Conley. Pass to Edwards. That one no good. The Nuggets have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Jokic passes to Porter. Off target from outside. And so Randall will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
And that one, the other team could not keep up with them offensively. They were prolific.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, B.A. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
Randall deciding where to go with it. Here's Conley. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist.
Conley, so crafty with that left hand of his. The veteran knows his way around the hoop.
And timeout is called by Michael Malone. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. A different look for Denver. Saric checks in for Jokic. Watson comes in for Gordon. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Brown. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. Murray passes to Westbrook. Pass to Porter. 5 to shoot. Westbrook outside. There's the triple. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves trail. McDaniels passes to Randall. They double Randall. Back to Daniels. Reed sets a screen. McDaniels can't hit. Denver has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. From 13, they kick it out to Murray. And another miss by Denver. The Timberwolves have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Second chance shot. Rebounded by Denver. Porter looks it over. On the wing, Murray to the middle. And there's Šarić on the assist by Murray.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 3. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Nuggets here in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
So for Minnesota right now, Jaden McDaniels out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Clark in it to 3. Denver leading by 3. Pass to Watson. Westbrook outside. Off target from 3-point range. And here are the Timberwolves. Back to DiVincenzo. Clark outside. Fires from deep. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2. You know, Clark, over the past few seasons, we've seen a historic amount of 20-point-per-game scorers in the league.
And that's a function, B.A., of the overall skill level being at its all-time high in league history in my mind, but also the pace of play, the way the game is played, three-point shooting, there's scoring. There's more scoring, so more guys are scoring. And I think on top of that, it's a little easier to score because of how the game is played and officiated. It's tilted a little more in favor of the offense for the entertainment value of point production.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And Denver making a change here. Brown's checked in to the paint. Here's Porter, and then Porter with the dunk.
Well, when you've got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim for the throwdown.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Westbrook against Clark. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled.